I'm Jake Bruton, and today on the Build Show Network, I want to talk about the 3 most important questions that I think you should ask every single client before you agree to work with them. And I thought of this video because I just left a job that those clients answered all 3 of those questions in the exact right way, and that was what inspired me to make this video. So I hope you can find clients that will answer them right. Let's talk about it now. For entirely too long in my career, I absolutely answered the phone with, "Hello, we want your job." I didn't actually say, "We want your job." I just answered the phone thinking, whoever this is, whatever job they have, we need your work. And part of that was an affect of I was a young business owner. Part of that was an affect of I needed to feed my family. I needed to keep my crew busy. I needed to stay busy. That's a challenge. That's a scary thing. It can be a very difficult thing to own a business and carry that burden of how am I going to keep everybody busy? How am I going to pay the bills? How am I going to keep the lights on? And one of the things that we can have a tendency to do as business owners is fall into the idea that we need work and work is going to solve our problem, and forget that not every single person that comes through the door or emails or phones is the right client for the job or for your company, and not every project is right for you. We have an overarching criteria, which is, do you have an appropriate budget and do you value what we bring to the table? But there's a lot more that goes into it than just that. So what are the 3 questions, sorry, I went like that, 3 questions that are most important? For starters, I like to ask, have you done this before? It's not imperative if you have or have not, but that question, have you built a custom home before? Have you renovated before? Have you done any of this before? Will be an incredibly leading question that will lead and guide our conversation. And so let's just go through a couple of the scenarios. Have you built a custom home before? No, but we have renovated before. We did it all ourselves. Oh, okay. How did that go? Chances are they're going to talk about how it took way longer than what they thought it was going to take. It cost more than what they thought it was going to take. It was stressful for them, or it didn't go the way they thought it was going to go in some way. Sometimes it'll just be, yeah, it went well. We got what we wanted, things like that. And then we can talk about what things went well and what things did they do. But if it cost more, it took longer, those are things that we can address. Those are possibilities with their project too. Those are always a possibility because things change, timelines shift, weather, unpredictable subcontractors, issues with supply chains, things like that. There is a certain level of unpredictability to what we do. There's so many moving parts. We want to address that in the first phone call, right? Have you done this before? Yeah, we renovated the last house that we built in, or that we lived in with a builder. Okay, how come you're not going to work with that builder again? Why not work with that guy? Well, and I've gotten this one before, he's passed away or he's gone out of business. Obviously, those are reasons not to work with him. How come you're not going to work with that builder? Well, that builder left a sour taste in our mouth because of X, Y, and Z. Great. Let's talk about X, Y, and Z and how our firm is not going to do X, Y, and Z. Or let's talk about X, Y, and Z and say, those are things that are going to happen on every single project and those are unavoidable. You know, there are going to be small shifts in the schedule, or there are going to be times where we think a subcontractor or even our employees are going to show up and we have to push by a day because something else happens. There is, like I said, unpredictability. There is shifting. We have to address those things in the first place. But also, if they give you something that was a pain point with a previous contractor, you have the ability to address that pain point. You have the ability to then say, we're not going to do that. That's not how we operate. We absolutely will take care of those sorts of things, and we don't have those issues on our project.